Hi Gemini, how are you? How are things? I'm Eriu and welcome to Eriu Tarot Readings, and as always my lovelies, you are very welcome here today for your monthly January 2018 reading. So first of all, let me start off by saying thank you so much to my old subscribers for hanging on for so long with me, as I know I went through a few things there spiritually and I had to kind of clear myself out, and I've done that. So thank you for your patience. And to my new subscribers, you're very welcome here. This is a tuha, this is a tribe, and this is where we take care of each other. So it's no coincidence that you fell on this video. There may be a few things in here that you need to hear. What I'll say first of all is not everything will resonate with you. It won't. I'm telling you now it won't. I'm not going to put up your expectations. I'm going to tell you now it won't. Because it's a general reading and I'm reading for so many people that it's just really actually not that possible. There's no one tarot reader out there, I assure you, that could deliver a completely coherent message to someone or to everyone. You know, it just wouldn't work that way. So take from it what you will. That's what I always say. If it doesn't apply, don't push it to apply. If you want to hear one thing that makes sense for you, then that thing is the thing you need to hear. So don't worry about it too much. If you'd like more clarity, do check out your moon and your rising sign videos as well, because I do that. I do that all the time. My rising sign is Gemini and my sun sign is Libra. So I love you Geminis. Always have the best crack with Geminis. We just get each other, don't we? Oh man. And then you throw in a weird Aquarius into the mix and it's like, oh, hell breaks loose. So I'm going to have to apologise up front because I'm going to try and limit this to half an hour. Now I know the other readings I did were about an hour or even over an hour, but I'm quite limited on time and I have to catch a flight in about, less than 10 hours and edit this and get them out to you, and I have another 3 videos to do. So my apologies if this seems very rushed. I'll give you priority in our next monthly reading, okay? I promise you that. So thank you for sticking with me and let's have a look at what's going on for you. We're going to cover career, finances, friends and family. And then really quickly, love lives for singles and couples. I'm going to do a really quick one for you, okay? I'm so sorry about this, but look at my Gemini energy is coming into play here. I'm just like, Mercury, go, 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 go. Amazing. All right, so this is also, that was easy. So I'll pick one card and then I'm going to clarify, 2 nearly wanted to come out there. I'm going to clarify with my Angel Tarot deck here. I quite actually like doing, I should call these kind of spitfire readings, shouldn't I? Should just do like 10-minute ones where it's like bam, bam, bam. Out you go. What's next? Oh, what are you doing that way? It's interesting. 10 of air. Are some of you struggling with a few things mentally? How did that happen? Might be a sign, guys. Might be a sign. Do 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 do. Okay, random. Let's pick 2 to clarify for career and study for Gemini. Oh, you sneaky little things, like you don't want to come out. When I want you, I'm going to have you. Alright, let's see what's going on for you. January 2018. Right, 6 of Cups. So we've got Cup energy, which is water energy. It's Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces energy. So if you know anybody like that, you can imagine that beautiful, deep well of emotion. Also high sensitivities too. And a lot of love. We're talking about a lot of love. Not love like fire signs, but more of a very, I want to say this is like neutral love, nurturing love. It's very welcoming. It's very warm. I quite like it. So for your career and your studies, some of you may be at the moment struggling with 1 or 2 things and you're kind of going back and looking at things and saying, maybe I should have made that decision. Frig. Maybe I should have done that. Or actually when I worked or was part of this other job, I was really happy there. You're kind of having this nostalgic view towards things. I want to just really clarify because this is, let me just... yeah. Right, okay, so I think these lads came up together before actually for someone. Interesting. You've got the King of Fire and you've got the Hermit card as well. So we know what the Hermit card is, but I'll go through it anyway with you. So King of Fire, someone who is motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So some of you may be feeling this kind of lull in your work, or maybe you're feeling it's too much, because I feel very stressed now. I feel very stressed. Oh Lord, I feel very stressed. Oh, it's all a bit much, Gemini, isn't it? What's going on there? So for some of you, Can be two different ways, right? Some of you felt like you were the king of fire at one stage, felt like you were very motivational, you could lead people, you took on responsibility quite well. You're like, can I do it? Yes, I can. Who's the person you ask? Me, I'm the one that you ask, Mr. and Mrs. Gemini here. And that's probably where you felt you were, and you kind of had this vision in your head of things, and you're definitely going back with these visions, by the way, really are. And whatever's going on in your current workspace now, it's actually made you go inwards, and you're questioning whether or not this is really where you want to be, and really where you should be. Even if you're studying, or you're in a business environment, or you're in projects, or you're investing your time some way in the sort of business sector, it could be your own business, and you're going, have I made the right move? Was this the right move? Oh crap, should I have done this? Hermit energy is a major arcana, and it's a major arcana here as well. And it's saying spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. For me, this is great, because this is about you going inwards, Gemini, and trying to figure out the answers. You're not going externally. You kind of know inherently within yourself, within your inner being, what these answers are. So it could be a case that you did feel like this, and then you're going inwards and you're like, I want to kind of get back to that. I want to find my light again. King of Fire owns that light. It's the King of Wands energy. And it's like beautiful fire element. You're like, I want to find that. I want to feel that spark again. And I want to feel like motivated. I want to feel like I can, I just want to burn brightly for what I do. And you don't even care if other people see it, but you want to feel it. I think that's really important. Now, the other thing for you is some of you may be coming up against this King of Fire energy. Now, King of Fire, just because it says king doesn't mean it's masculine, could also be female, could be feminine energy, and you're struggling against this Gemini, and this person in your job or whatever venture that you're in, just check here, lovely. If I go back and forth, guys, because my camera only records 12 minutes at a time, and then it switches off and I don't even hear a click, so the amount of times I've just like spoken for about 5-10 minutes straight and then it's gone, hasn't even recorded. So if I go back and forth, you see my little shadow go back and forth, that's why. Anyway, let's go back to this. Who is this King of Fire, Gemini? Who is this one that is just wrecking your head right now? Oh, I just heard a lot of you sigh. You're like, oh God, this one's giving me grief. Now, if you're coming up with this quite dominant, direct, fire-like energy, someone who is very passionate, maybe slightly over passionate at times, maybe you're coming across them and this is making you go into this hermit mode. You've got what we say in Ireland is the gift of the gab. You've got the ability to talk. Communication is your I was going to say is your reward, but it's your trait, it's your feature, it's something that you're very lucky to have. King of Fire doesn't always have that verbal diplomacy. So whatever's going on here for you, Gemini, whatever with this person, if this is someone else, or maybe it's even two people, but I feel like this is more you and you're kind of going inward and you're not speaking your truth. You have such a way with words. Phrase things so that this person clearly understands what you mean without getting yourself in trouble, if you know what I'm saying. Because I feel like this person, and they could even be the same level at you in work or in studies, and for some reason they just think they are top dog, like they're top of the hierarchy. No one's placed them there, they've placed themselves there. Well, thanks very much, but this is a democracy and we vote for these things, so I don't think so. So if you want to like go inwards and kind of find your spark again and find your fire in order to say what you need to say without getting yourself into trouble. Now, interesting. I hope you guys are okay in your work. And try not to overwork as well, Gemini. I think this is what's contributing to your stress. Oh, and some of you... Okay, so I'm finding it hard to breathe. For some of you may be finding it hard to breathe. Some of you may be getting panic attacks. Some of you may have asthma, or your asthma's getting really bad. Or you're just getting... It's to a point where you need to leave the room and you need to just get some fresh air because you think... 10 of Swords again, guys. 10 of Swords in this deck, 10 of Swords in this one. This is really weighing you down, isn't it? And if it's not, then I'm glad it's not. I'm glad you're in a good space. But remember, this is for the people that, it's for the kind of red flags for people, yeah? Let's check out your finances. I was going to say, finances. That's new. I hope you've got finances. Oh, hello. I'm not going to ignore that one. Finances. Also, if you are new to my channel, I do swear the odd time. Please don't be offended. I just think there's a lot of other things in the world that we should be sensitive about rather than a word that rhymes with book. You know what I mean? And also, like, just because you hear it and it puts you off, like, there could be a message here for you. So don't Don't leave just yet. Don't leave just yet. We like having you here. All right, 2. Yeah, come. Oh look, you don't want to come out. Okay. How are the finances, Gemini? That one didn't want to come out. Let's see. Finances for Gemini, January 2018. Knight of Wands. So we have fire energy again, but now in your finances. So for some of you, you may have felt like the King of Wands in your career, and now finances, because the way things are going in your career, you've kind of gone down a bit in position and feel like you're the Knight of Wands. Now, what I'd say to you is this knight and all knights are messengers of the deck. They have something to deliver. It could be the word, it could be the fire, it could be the heat, it could be the passion of these wands. But this Knight of Wands is second to the fastest knight in the deck, which is Knight of Air, which is our sign or our element. So what I'd say to you is, I feel like some of you, you're burning it as fast as you can. How do I phrase this? You're burning through your money, is what I want to say. If some of you are saving, great. You're doing it because you need to do it. That's fantastic. But I feel like some of you are trailblazing through your finances. And it's a case of you're like, no, I have to take care of things. I have to save this, that and the other. And then you go on a night out or something. Or you go somewhere and you're like, nah, while I'm here, yeah. You're just throwing money all over the place, and the next day you go, what was I thinking? I should have not spent that money. Oh Lord. And then you look at your online banking and you go, oh my God, did I use my laser card? Oh no. And you're like, what was €52? What was $52? I don't remember. Oh, we've all had those. Don't worry about it. But I feel like you're having a little bit more maybe than some. Also, this is saying to you, really slow it down. And whatever you're spending your money on, make sure it's of benefit to you. Pick and choose your expenditure this month, Gemini. Please do that, because we don't want you to burn straight through January and you feel like you've absolutely haven't got 2 pennies to rub together in February. But let's clarify. 8 of fire, 4 of water. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Okay, I haven't got my glasses on, so I have to pull this very close to my face. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. What did I say to you? You feel like you're going here, there and everywhere. Even though many things are happening at once though, please pick and choose where you want to go and where you want to give your money. I think you're going to have to just rein it in and be real picky. And even if it means you save €5 or $5 a week, at least you're doing something. There's something there in case you ever need it. Doesn't matter how small it is. It's very important for you to do that. Look at the energy of this 8 of fire, by the way. Look, shoom, 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 shoom. Spending money here, there, everywhere. No, let's rein it in. And 4 of water as well. Missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Now, you may be feeling like you're missing out on these opportunities that you're being very select about. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not. Don't worry about it. You're not at all. You may be bored or discontent because I guess sometimes with finances, when you have to reel it in, there are many nights where you stay in the house or you might feel bored and you're like, I want to go somewhere, I want to do something. Just know that even that one evening of staying in and not spending money is to your benefit. And open your eyes to the possibilities. Okay, so before you're looking at the possibility of being somewhere and that kind of digests your money, I guess, or ingests your money. And this is saying that, look at the other possibility, look at the other side of the coin. It could be a case that you have greater possibilities in the future for things that you really, really want, maybe even bigger things, if you just reel it in. Knight of Wands going to come in hard and fast, ladies and gents. Take it easy with your finances. Make the right decisions. Okay. How we doing on time? We're doing good. We're doing good. Now let's look at family and friends. How are the relations going? The old relations, huh? I actually forgot to say this at the start of the video. If you are new to my channel, I always say grab a cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is that you like, even your dinner or sandwich, whatever. And just kind of sit back and chill with me and the rest of us for this half an hour, however long it takes me. I talk a lot with the old Gemini rising, so that's why the other videos are so long. I'm trying to be a bit more proactive, I think. I am choosing to speak less. I'm doing very well, right? Alright, now let's clarify. see? If you come up, you come up. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not open when she... Alright, okay then. Alright then. I'm not very happy about that popping out because it kind of, whoever this person could be you, and I don't feel it's Page of Fire, could be someone in your environment that, it's interesting, we've gone from a king to a knight to a page. I'm only just waiting on the queen. Let's see, you're getting on friends and family for January. Oh, hoo-hoo. Aha. I'm going to flip these over really quick. So there's a lot of fire going on with you, Gemini. You might have a lot of fire signs around you in your family or friends section, or there's somebody very close to you that is a fire sign. Temperance here, it's major arcana, and I say fire sign as well, not just because of the page, but because Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. So somebody might have a Sagittarius around them at the moment. Now, there's a bit of friction here, right? Yeah. You're just like, Now, as I said, like, I only use kind of these star signs as guidelines, really. It could be anyone that has these traits, so please don't take me, take it at face value, I guess, a little bit, that it could be any sign, but it's what we talk about after that that's important. So Temperance here is about this wealth of inner knowledge of yourself, of your emotional well-being, and it's about having a beautiful balance of yourself. This is really elevated. This is beautiful, enlightened energy, and it not only comes from kind of the lower chakras, but it comes from the sorry, I'm losing my words again. The crown chakra as well. So it's not just like you feel like you're balanced, like you know that you're balanced. Now, there's like someone around you, and could be younger than you, and I say that as well because it's the Page of Fire, who is just really kind of slightly grating on you lately, Gemini. And you're like, can you just, I feel like when they come into the room and you're in this like really lovely zen, and you're like, oh, I feel so relaxed. This is great. I love this. Yeah, this is great. And then this kind of Page of Fire comes in as like, hey, 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 and just kind of wrecks everything. It's mischievous. Oh, just as I say that, I looked at that. It's mischievous, slightly rambunctious. Doesn't kind of, I want to say, somewhat throwing their weight around, but I think that's more energetically than anything else. They're more just kind of not realizing that they're invading your space quite a bit. And I feel like you live with this person, and if you don't, this person's over a lot, and that's what's also annoying you a little bit too much. You're like, oh my god, do they ever go home? But you're too nice to be like, you know, get out the gaff. You know, I gotta get some sleep. Maybe that's something you need to do, Gemini. If you're struggling verbally as well with your career, this could be having this slight impact on friends and family. And so maybe you gotta kind of speak up a bit more and be like, you know what, thanks very much, but I need to head to bed, so you need to go home. Look, there's no harm in it. People don't mind as long as they know. But this person, they just, like, even the way they fell out of the deck, they're just, And it's even when you're kind of sitting relaxed on the couch and they come in and they just kind of sit on you or something. You're like, oh, get off me, you know? Now, they're lovely, but I feel like just of late they're slightly grating on you. Now, you've the World card here, which is beautiful. Another major arcana, so you're doing really well. And this is Archangel Michael. A job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. And I did say to you that you were, with this particular Temperance card, things are a bit more enlightened. So you could actually be having really great relations with family and really great relations with friends, but there's just one person that's very close to you. It could be a best friend, it could be a cousin, it could be somebody just even slightly younger, or kind of even looks slightly younger, which is interesting because Geminis all look way younger than they are. And it's just, they're just kind of grating on you. I think this is, it's not a red flag for you. I think this is more of a case of have patience. Be patient with them. I know they're coming into your world quite literally and kind of wrecking it sometimes. They don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's the case that you set some boundaries a little bit more with them and you're a bit more direct with them, because they are, if they do have these fire traits, they definitely have that assertiveness and directness and confidence as well. So I tell you it straight. Listen, go home, I'm knackered. Well, this is maybe something you might have to do, Gemini, and create those boundaries a bit more for yourself so that you don't feel like your space is always invaded and that you have your time, you know, and people know your limits. So I think that's important. But this is all good as well. I think you're doing grand, Gemini. Your career is kind of what's a bit worrying, I guess, for you. That's really taking priority at the moment. Your cards, oh look, oh my god. No, he's after going missing there. The Page of Wands again popped out. Oh my god. They really want to make themselves known, don't they? And I don't even think, they kind of steal your limelight a little bit, even though they don't mean to. That's how it is. All right, love for singles. Single Geminis. Single Pringles. I said this to Pisces, like, is there really such... I cannot control these cards tonight. Is there really such thing as a single Gemini? I just very rarely see them. They're like Pisces. There's always kind of snatched up. Let's give a bit of guidance for the single Geminis. And I have a massive, huge piece of rose quartz here for the love. I'm trying to give you all the love I can, Gemini, this month. Hopefully we'll get something. I just kept hearing Capricorn there, so I don't know if some of you are interested in a Capricorn or a Virgo or Taurus. Okay, easy. Things are starting to flood in already. I'm going to clarify with just one of these bad boys here. Oh, Two of Cups. I'm going to be really random again. Random. I like kind of doing this quite off the cuff. I don't really like, I guess you'll see different tarot readers have different approaches, but I like it not being structured, because then I'm just as surprised as you are when it comes up. Before I turn these cards over, I have to say to you that I have been getting You Deserve Love, that card, for nearly every single sign. I kid you not. If this comes up now, I won't be surprised. I think I'll mic drop and leave, to be honest, but it just keeps coming up, so let's see if it does. Oh, I'm actually happy it hasn't. That means because I felt like I was just repeating myself. It's like I am like a parrot with a script. Okay, let's see. Fantastic. Right, so you have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Right. You've got trust. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Maybe some of you are single Pringles and you're like, I'm just so freaking sick of being single. You're like, Eriu just said that we're all snatched up. Snatched? Why do I keep saying snatched? Snapped up. And you don't feel like you are. For some of you, actually may be slightly involved with someone. Now, I feel like you're on the cusp. I don't know what that's about, but you're kind of, you're getting closer to someone and you're not quite sure how it's going, and maybe you're wavering as well slightly, and this is saying to you, have a bit of trust in this. Have a bit of trust in this person. Now, I feel like this person's backing off slightly, so I don't know, Gemini, if you're coming on maybe a little bit strong or what they perceive to be strong. Let's just clarify. Judgment. Okay, so this is a completely new scenario for you. If you are kind of slightly on the cusp with someone, or you're single, this is saying that this is a completely new time for you in your love life. Judgment is about hearing the call of your life and answering the call. It's literally like the bring, hi, hey, how's it going? This is Eriu. Oh, hey, yeah, so this is Judgment, just to let you know, I'm just calling you to get in touch with your life again. Oh, cool, thanks very much, bye. That's what it is. I guess it's a bit more than that, though. It's about revealing yourself in love, and maybe it's time that you had enough trust in yourself, rather than the other person, to reveal yourself, and to show sides of yourself that you may not show to other people, or maybe even just be like, I'm going to put myself out there, all my weirdness, all my I don't like that word quirky, because I think that's overused, but all my like kookiness, and all the things that I'm like, hold back initially. Just be yourself, I would say. If you are single, Gemini, be yourself in this scenario. If you're on your own, and just trust in it. If you are kind of on the cusp of seeing someone, if they get freaked out with the Gemini weirdness, that's their problem, okay? All the air signs are weird. That's just how we roll. Sorry about you. What can you do? I've learned over time that I just show my weirdness, and whoever accepts it does, and who doesn't, I don't care. And that's the way you should be, Gemini. I think that's cool. Now, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you help bring you together. So for some of you that are single Pringles and you're like totally single, there's no one around you whatsoever, this is saying, well, start looking at what you want in a partner. And I don't mean just like, oh, have a house, have a car, have a stable job. Like, they're all kind of things we look for anyway. It's kind of nice to have those things, and yet people elevate themselves at different times within their lives. So maybe they don't have it right now, but they have it when they're older. You know, you got to kind of make compromises, I guess. But this is saying, what do you actually want in a soulmate? What is it? What are those traits? You know, what is it that you'd like? Is it someone that brings you coffee every morning, or a cup of tea every morning, and just puts it on the bedside locker beside you, and just doesn't wake you, doesn't, you know, and you wake up and it's there, and that's it's a piece of love. You know, it's a little things like that. You're looking for kindness. You're looking for someone that can care for you. Are you looking to care for someone? Are you looking for someone who's spiritually awakened? Maybe, you know, I think that's a really attractive trait, but that's just because I do this sort of stuff, so I kind of like that stuff. You know, it's different things like that. What are you looking for? Really question what it is. Really question what it is that you would like and that you think would complement you. Maybe not perfection, because let's face it, A, perfection is unobtainable. And B, perfection is boring. We need contrast. We really do. We need opposition. Let's see. Four of Swords. I actually quite like that this is here, and I'll tell you why. Your sword energy here, me, you, and Aquarius. Thought, communication, truth, and logic, and sometimes memories. This is saying, take a time out. If you're coming into this major arcana judgment with your trust, this is going to feel like you're shedding a new skin, and it's going to feel like you are almost walking around naked half the time. You're like, oh, does everyone see me? Does everyone see this kind of side of me? And it's not always easy to go into that energy being like, here I am, world, take me as you find me. That's something that takes time. But this Four of Swords is about chilling out with that. It's about taking a rest period, and I like that it's combined with the calling in your soulmate, because this is saying, chill out for a bit, Gemini. Chill, let go, get out of your head for a bit and just chill and reevaluate what you want in a partner. This is your time to do it. January is your time to do it. So who knows, then you're ready possibly for somebody who might come in February, right? That's really cool. And then your last card is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Family dynamics are so diverse, and not one is like the other, really. I mean, case by case. Some of them could be similar, but they're not the exact same. So if some of you are trying to, if I just heard some of you, I just heard forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. For some of you, you may have, and I keep saying the word divorce in my head, you may have a family structure that was broken, or maybe kind of split in two due to divorce, and maybe some of you were pulled it one way and not the other way, and pulled it this way, and you kind of felt like you were in the middle of it. And as you grow older, you start to realize that maybe some of the things that you were involved in, or involved in that process with your family, that should never have been, you should never have been involved in that as a child. So that could be one of the things. Also, it could be that your family network is together and you have a family structure, but some of your relations within that you're struggling with. Okay, this is saying your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. We're not perfect. No one's perfect. If being a parent came with a manual, we'd be good. But it doesn't. And sometimes your parents, they're human beings, they make mistakes, and it's all about forgiving them. And then when you do that, like, I think there's a lot of power and compassion in that, because it's like you forgive them and you give them unconditional love, and just being like, we don't all get it right. Who does anyway? Nobody does. Five of Pentacles, feeling like you've been left out in the cold, walking away from a scenario that you deemed wasn't your fault. And this could be this thing as well. But look at the wealth in it. This is about 5 Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus and Capricorn. Wealth in different manners. This is saying, look at what you actually got out of this. Maybe it was a very severe learning lesson. It's not to say that you deserved it. I'm not saying that, but maybe you needed to learn these things early on in life and witness them in order for you to really grow into what you are now. And so heal that. But like, forgiveness is going to be such a huge thing for you, Gemini. Just forgive the family dynamic. Sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we do. We're only human, and we have to forgive each other for that, you know. I know it really depends on how harsh the scenario was and what, you know, people have really bad starts in life, but if you hold on to that, hold back yourself. This might be contributing to you not fully showing yourself, because you're like, I know how easy it is for people to be fickle and to just run. What am I doing with these cards? So I'm not going to reveal myself. Nope. It's okay, Gemini. You're like, I'm just going to show one twin. I'm going to show the fully functioning twin, not the weird twin. No, I'm not going to show that one. But I love the weird twin. I love it. I love how odd Geminis are. It's like this unknowing, nerdy, goofy, childlike loveliness. I love it. Anywho, let's get on to love for couples. Let's get on. I think we're going to definitely pass a half an hour mark. But sure, look, you're worth it, aren't you? I just won't sleep tonight. Just won't sleep trying to edit all these. Da-da-da-da. Couples, how you doing? How's it going? How's it going? Let's see how you are. Da-da-da-da-da. I just heard Diana Ross, I'm coming up in my head. So, I don't know if some of you are splitting or you're just really enjoying your love connection. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. Diana's, she's amazing, isn't she? Her and Tina. Spot on. Alright, how you getting on? January for couples, 2018, romance. Trust. Oh, trust is a big thing, Geminis in general. Right, you've got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Fantastic. Trust, what we just had, the situation is calling for you to have faith and retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Now, imagery is a big thing for me. Some tarot readers are also into this, others are not. That's totally cool. But it's very important when I see the images here, and in every single card I see 2 people together. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I don't see someone out in the cold. I don't see someone by themselves struggling. I'm seeing 2 people connecting, and they're very much connected. Wonderful. Okay, so true love. So if you're questioning, Gemini, whether or not you really love this person, whether you're like, this is all in my head, and, you know, I don't think I really do, whatever. It's just like any other thing. No, it is true love. So if some of you are new to love, or it's a new love, and you're wondering, this is actually quite nice. Is it what I think it is? It is, Gemini, yeah. It is. I'm not going to beat around the bush with you. For people who have been together for some time, it's like your love is still there, and I just think that is beautiful. Like, depends obviously on how old you are and how old your partner is. Doesn't matter. But when I kind of see this card, the imagery that I get is, you know, when you see a really old couple together, and they're walking down the street holding hands. Oh my God. You know that they've held hands for years. You're like, that's what I want. That's true love. That's how I feel about this card. So let's turn it over. Oh, interesting. So what I really like is when tarot decides to be completely contrasting to what I've just said. So 2 of Swords. We have sword energy here. Actually, I did say to you, if some of you are wavering at whether or not, is this true love? Is it? For some of you, you may have two people that you're choosing from. And because Two of Swords is about making the decision, but in some weird way, it's kind of like not making it. You're deciding, I'm not going to look at it just yet. I'm just going to sit here and do nothing. It's not as fully stagnant as the Hanged Man energy is, and it's not as strong as that major arcana because we have a minor here. But what I advise you to do, Gemini, if some of you are choosing between two people, the one that you really feel it with, and I know anyone can say this, but I really mean the one that you feel it with, it's them. They may not visually suit who you had in your head. You may not normally go for them. You may wonder, why the hell am I attracted to this person? What is this about? That's your true love. They're going to come in and they're going to be different. I honestly believe that. It's like, I feel like you've had a certain type all up to this point, and then all of a sudden this true love comes in, you're like, well, I'll be damned. Was not expecting that. For some of you that are with just one person, or sorry, what are you doing? Okay, this is for very few of you. For some of you that have someone on the side, or are thinking about having someone on the side, because I'm seeing a lot of text messages in the night time, Gemini. If you're doing this, as I said, it doesn't apply to everyone. Be very careful. Tread carefully. I see thin ice. I literally see a sheet of ice. This could be disastrous. Make a decision. Don't stay in this energy too long. We don't want you here. And for those who are single, or not kind of single, but just starting to meet someone, and you're like, oh, I don't really know if this person is the one I want, or I should be with them, or I should be alone. It's true love, baby. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Now, regardless of what situation you're in or which story applies to you there, have trust. Trust that you are going to make the right decision. Have faith in yourselves. This is calling for you to have faith in your decision-making process, and that you will pick someone who is complementary to you. Let's just have a look. Yeah. So Page of Cups could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. May not be, as I keep saying, it's just a guideline for you. And this may be someone who is completely kind of new to love, or they just don't have a lot of love experience, or this might be you, Gemini, feeling like, Jesus, I just don't know if I can do this whole love thing, and I've only got this little cup, and I know I have a cup and it's cool and it's got love in it, but I don't really know what to do with it now. Do you want the cup? I don't know. It's that kind of thing. Trust in yourself that you'll make the right decision, and trust that your ability to love is strong. You just kind of have to nurture it a bit more. I guess it also really depends on your partner and who they are and what their sign is, or just who they are as people, never mind signs even, but just that they have the ability to kind of take care of you in that sense. Or some of you may just be feeling like, oh, actually maybe they can't, so I have to trust in myself in all of this. I have to know that I am romantically strong, but more importantly, I have enough love in me to give, like, so that I have enough for myself and enough to give to someone else. Trust in yourself. And retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I actually quite like this card, because it's like, whoever you're with, some of you maybe have had hard times, or some of you have just been so bloody busy and have just been so disconnected that you're like, let's get back to each other. Let's just, you know what, switch off the phone, switch off the laptop, don't want it anymore, get rid of it, we're going away for a weekend. Or it's just you and me this time, babe. Just you and me. It's like, do you want to ask so-and-so to come? No, the two of you, I feel like you're adamant. You're like, absolutely not. Push out the outer world. We don't want it. And this is about you reconnecting. Even though it says it's time to disconnect from the world, you're disconnecting from the world, but you're reconnecting together. It's like two lovely little Lego pieces, or like Tetris almost. You're coming back together. It's lovely. Now, to clarify. Oh, Four of Swords, so this came back. And this is great as well to have this with this, because this is about rest and rejuvenation. Maybe the two of you doesn't really need some time together. Maybe the love has kind of pulled away. Maybe that's why as well you feel like this little Page of Cups, like, do you even want my cup? God, do you want my cup anymore? And it's a case that, yeah, they do, but it's just like you guys actually have to spend more time together. And if it's not a time thing, it's just that you need to show more love to each other. But I feel like it's more of a case of you're both busy with your lives, your own lives, and it's a case that you need to get together here and just rest and rejuvenate together and just throw away the world. Whew. That was quick. Well, it felt quick anyway. Gemini, this has been your life reading of career, finances, family and friends, love for singles and love for couples for January 2018. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I'm still buzzing here. For my old subscribers, again, thank you so much for being with me. It's been great to have you. To my new subscribers, I'm so happy you tuned in. I hope I see you next month. And remember, you're always welcome to this two-head. This is your tribe and you're always welcome here. We don't judge and we don't discriminate whatsoever. And also, if you were looking for guidance in any particular area of your life, I have a few services that I can deliver to you if you would like them. My email address is at the end of this video and below this video, so you can email me directly and I'll email you back my service and my prices as well. Geminis, have a beautiful January. Look, it seems all good, homie. It's all good. Just rest and rejuvenation. I think that's the two key words. And trust. Trust for you in January. Have a fantastic January, my lovelies, and I'll see you in the fabulous February. You take care. Bye-bye.